you're getting letters from the IRS, correct?
Yeah, they sent me 16 of them the other day demanding my file.
They didn't send you anything. It sent you something, and it can't send you something. Only a man or woman can send you something. So if you go back to my old shows, you'll hear me.
And they're unsigned.
You'll see everything.
Right now, what I've done is I sent back a 45-day letter to them and used the same letters that they send to me when they can't answer one of my inquiries. I've had about a 12-year ongoing relationship with. Pardon?
All I try to say to you folks is when they send you a letter like that, did anybody sign it?
No.
Okay, well then you're going to have to say, obviously the IRS doesn't have like arms and legs and hands. Somebody had to write this letter for them. Who is liable for this letter? Who wrote this letter? Who can I talk to? Who's going to be responsible for this communication between me and IRS? Somebody's got to make themselves known to you. I'm not going to write to IRS. The IRS obviously doesn't have arms and legs. If it does, is it Mr. or Mrs. IRS? Is it a lady? Is it a woman? Is it a man? What the hell is this IRS? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met IRS. I'm a man.
So that's how I respond to them, is just demanding that a person.
You send it back and just say, is this Mr. or Mrs. IRS? Because I don't remember ever meeting a Mr. or Mrs. IRS. How can I help you?
Oh, okay.
You're just basically being a wise guy.
Okay.
But it's technically correct. It's like you just don't know why are you talking to me, Mr. or Mrs. IRS. If there's something I could do for you, I don't believe I've ever had any business dealings with you. I don't believe there's a contract between you and me. How can I help you?
That sounds reasonable. The last time I wrote to them, they wanted me to file, and I basically said that it's impossible for me to file because their tax code is so convoluted. You answered a coherent back. You actually answered it, so you actually believe they actually exist. You brought them to life because you actually gave a competent, coherent answer. Like me, it's like, oh, Mr. or Mrs. IRS, lovely day, thank you for this wonderful letter, but how do we have dealings? Did I write to you, Mr. or Mrs. IRS? Can you please call me on who you are? Even though I've already written to them 1,000 times.
No, you didn't write to anybody. You said you wrote to IRS. Does IRS have ears, hands, and a pen to write back to you? No.
No, they don't.
No. So like I said, you've got to stop that silly stuff and just talk to a man or a woman. Say, I'll be more than glad to communicate to any man or woman. I just never met anybody in my life named Mr. IRS or Mrs. IRS. How do you believe that you know me?
Should I ask whether they have a claim, whether a person has, or
just ask them a simple question. I mean, how hard is it to ask a simple damn question? Say somebody named Bobby Sue sent you a letter and said you owe me money. You need to file with me. You'd say, Bobby Sue, is this a man or a woman? And gee, how can you refresh my memory how we have any business dealings together? For the life of me, your name escapes me. Please let me know.
All right.
As soon as possible. Thank you. That's all.